Alright, I think we sound good on my end, so we should be ready to roll.
This should be fun. Welcome back to Starfall.
Recording on my end.
Welcome back to Starfall.
I'm terrified and incredibly excited. This is going to be a real...
As everyone should be. Now, where we left off on Blades and Blunders.
Hang on. Bear with me.
We're getting out of the house.
Bear with me. Get it out of the house.
That's gotta be one of the...
Okay, hang on. What happened? I literally cut out right after Quill said, okay, I think we should be...
You said, bear with me. And our friend over here
I was briefly able to get back in, but I had to go through the disconnect, reconnect cycle once more to actually get back in. So.
Yeah. So you said bear with me, and like a second or two after you disappeared again, I said, "We'll get it out of the house."
Fuck off!
That was amazing. I'm happy I'm so happy we got that on recording. Anyway, welcome back to Starfall. Welcome back to Blades and Blunders.
So good to be back.
It's been too long.
Yeah, for us it's been about 3 or 4 weeks now, but we're here. And
as long as it was between the end of the last major segment and the beginning of
that is also
the last one we did.
Anyway,
it was over a month.
Where we left off, you had just defeated Janice, who had managed to steal a Reaper's scythe, the servant of the Raven Queen who you met, named Charm. And thanks to your help, you were able to help defeat a spectral manticore chimera. And we're going to, we'll be catching up the following morning. The storm that is outside has finally calmed. There are still clouds in the sky, but the rain has stopped, the wind has stopped. And quite literally, it is the calm after a storm. Physically and mentally.
Yeah, Cintra's pretty exhausted. She's just pretty much resting on Storm's big shoulder.
I want to say, after the fight, literally 5 seconds after the fight was over, Ryder just fucking collapsed.
I can believe that.
Sack of potatoes.
Anyway. And we are at a scene of Patton's funeral, essentially.
Oh, boy.
Where they've made this ornate... They've managed to have, this ornate casket at the ready. Apparently this was originally supposed to be Roman's, and he's using it for Patton.
People don't usually give funeral presents, but alright.
Regardless of how pretty it is, what's it like to get a hand-me-down coffin?
Well, I think it's not a hand-me-down coffin. This was something that was supposed to be meant for the royal family, and Roman is using it, this very ornate, very fancy coffin, for Patton.
Yeah, I mean, hand-me-down implies previous use.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Uthrake, did you say that in character?
I bet I probably leaned over and whispered it to one hand.
Okay, Sintra
did not say it out loud.
Well, alright, Sintra's pretty much whispering back. Normally I would say have some respect for the dead, but it's you.
Oh, you bet.
Have respect for the dead.
I'm torn up about what happened.
Undead guy.
I'm torn up about what happened to Patton, and I'm still having trouble not sleeping at night. But I mean, if anybody knows what Patton's going through, it's me.
By the way,
dead and all.
I know we probably don't need to get this clarified, but I want to ask just to be sure. We did get Marcus's eyes back in his head.
Yes,
right?
yes. Logan, last night, Logan, was able to get a hold of his eyes, casted Mending, and it took a few moments. Essentially what happened was Marcus got ahead. They were dim for a moment, then they started glowing brighter like they normally do, and he regained his eyes. So Marcus is fine.
Ryder picked the eyes up off of Janice, fell unconscious, and then Logan picked him up from Riordan.
Yep.
Also, Janice has been locked away in the dungeon, pretty much maximum security style.
Good.
So
Because sorcerers are fucking broken.
So ever since Sintra got her hands on the Eyes of Mistra, she's pretty much had them on almost all the time, and she keeps going like, "Whoa, the ethereal plane is awesome."
And they look gorgeous.
I'm sorry, you cut out there. What'd you say?
Yeah,
What'd you say, Storm?
Storm was saying to Sintra that she looks adorable in them.
No, but you look even more adorable in them.
Anyway.
Okay. I probably shouldn't say this, but I am kind of thinking of, like, Professor Trelawney's glasses, how they make her look like an insect. I'm kind of envisioning that for Sintra for some reason.
Professor who?
Trelawney from the Harry Potter series. The divination teacher.
Yeah, actually something kind of like that, yeah.
Yeah, that kind of makes me low-key hate it a bit, actually.
I mean, I said they were like gemstone things, so that your eyes, from the outside, from looking through it, they look normal. The perspective looks normal to you. For everyone else, your eyes look like you have like 10 pupils.
That's actually really cool. I'm sorry, that's actually rad.
That just magnifies
geez.
the beauty of your eyes.
Oh, ain't that sweet.
I was kind of hoping they were closer to like Alucard's glasses from Helsing.
Oh no, they're nothing like that. No, they're also like a headband, also because they wrap around your head.
Technically, okay.
Can I at least pretend they're the goggles from Digimon?
I mean, you could try to live in denial, but sorry. Anyway.
I mean, the Egyptians did it for years.
Anyway, oh my god, Quill.
Holy fuck, Quill!
Anyway, the scene.
There.
Anyway, we continue with the scene. Patton's coffin has just been lowered into the ground. Logan casts mold earth to essentially bury it, and using a bit of magic, grows some flowers over it.
What a beautiful piece of life, man.
The three, it's Roman, Patton, and Virgil are kind of a lot closer to it. The five of you are a bit back. And you can also see, Nipper, you also see Charm off to the side of it.
I think
watching the scene.
I think Nipper nods and I'm gonna roll a stealth check to see if I can sneak over there with no one else noticing.
Okay. Roll stealth. Everyone else roll perception if this is something you want to try to pay attention to.
Oh, that's a bad stealth roll. I don't think that's a total of 5.
I rolled
I just blatantly turn and walk that direction.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm going to. I would hope everyone's passive perception is above 5. So
yeah, no, definitely.
My passive perception's 21.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Jesus.
Observant feat. Yeah. Anyway, so you walk over the Charm, and Charm is like, "Sorry, I couldn't bring the Tabaxi back to life. The death kind of really only works one way with rare exceptions," and points at Unthrig.
I understand. Hey, I'm not too broken about it personally. I know, everyone around here, for the most part, seems to have suffered a great loss here, but, we didn't know him very well, so I'm not broken up.
For how little I knew he was.
You can hear in the
parts.
Okay, all right. After you say I'm not too broken up, you can hear in the background Sintra going like, "Oh, come on, Snipper!"
At any rate,
conspicuousness. Thy name is Sintra.
Anyway, continue.
Exactly.
Continue, Nipper.
That's it.
I know your boss wasn't too happy about the whole paladin thing.
No.
Do I need to, like, apologize for that, or just, like, not do that again, or what's the story there?
Wait, what do you mean apologize?
Look, I don't know how your boss, like, operates, you know?
No one
Like-
does. Hold on, sorry. Yes?
To put technical difficulties.
No one knows how the Raven Queen operates. It's like, no one knows how the Raven Queen operates. That's kind of her thing. And
Be right back.
Okay.
I'm going to continue because this is a different scene. Anyway, it's like no one knows how she operates. Heck, you can't even read her with the mask she wears all the time.
That's a good point. I just don't know how to proceed because, like, I've already, like, talked it over with the group, and again, for the most part, you know, we've reached an understanding. We've gotten to an agreement, but, like, on some level, at least, I know I've wronged, you know, you all, and I don't know if there's any way for me to, like, make it up to you guys, or if you need that, I don't know. You know what I mean?
He looks at you kind of surprised. It's like, you know, usually when people have a bounty on their head, as similar to yours, they either fight or run, but this is kind of different. I mean, look, I can't promise anything, but I can tell her what you said, and if it makes any difference, she'll do something. But I can't promise it.
I understand. Aside from that, I can't think of anything else I have to say on the matter. Yeah. If you need to get in touch with us again, I guess you'll know where to find us, so.
Well, anyway, I'm going to have to return to the Shadowfell now, so I'm going to have to return to the Shadowfell to speak with her now, so I wish you all the best of luck with what it is you're doing here.
And best of luck with your task.
And he pulls pulls his scythe from his back, and it's right now it's more like a small hand scythe, and it extends out. He cuts a rift in the air and goes to walk through it.
Like, Nipper holds his hand out, like, as a handshake.
He shakes it.
Alright, cool.
Best of luck. Best of luck, Legachwitz.
You too, Charm.
And with that, Charm leaves.
Oh, you two look like you had a nice conversation.
Sintra remains silent, having secretly read the lips of the
Right,
conversation.
I figured.
Everyone sees Nipper, like, suddenly break out into, like, a cold sweat. Like, he was holding it back.
So I'm actually very curious. Is Nipper, like, actually scared of the Raven Queen right now? I wanted to know.
I
Low-key
think it's
scared.
I think it's less that he's scared of the Raven Queen and more scared of, like, what other ramifications, like, certain actions he's taken might have, because it's something he's not considered before.
But actions have consequences.
And it's not so much that his actions have consequences and he didn't realize it, it's just that certain, like, the ripples can cause different effects than what you realize at, like, first glance, you know what I mean? Yeah. And that's the thing that really caught him off guard.
Sintra would know that all too well.
One moment, it's a butterfly flap, the next, you got a hurricane on your hands, and then what the fuck do you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
Life be strange like that.
One minute you're stepping on a butterfly, and the next minute, an entire presidential election has been changed. Wait a minute.
It's a little bit.
Classy.
That's one of those stories that says one thing led to another, but you can't possibly actually describe what thing led to which other. Anyway.
He's one of my favorite authors. Like,
Anyway. So, the funeral ends, and Roman turns out like, well, I thank you for helping us apprehend Janice and fulfilling our destiny to get you the eyes of Mistra safe and soundly. Mostly safe and sound. Mostly safe and soundly. Welcome back.
I mean, it's actually relatively safe than some of the others we've had.
I had to answer that. What did I miss?
Nipper had a conversation with Charm. And essentially learned that the Raven Queen might do something later on. Who knows what?
Shit.
Not a bad thing, but like Nipper wanted to know how to make up for it, and Charm said he will tell the Raven Queen, and if the Raven Queen wants to do anything, she will do whatever. But she's impossible to read, so it's hard to tell. Anyway.
Yep.
So I wish you the best of luck to wherever your headquarters are.
Alright, well, if there's nothing else that we need to do to help you guys out around here, then we'll be on our way. Again, sorry for your loss, though.
Patton was...
I like stomp on Sintra's foot to try and get her to say something.
She flinches a bit. Then she talks through her teeth, saying, "Yes, my sincerest condolences."
Sorry,
Storm looks pretty sullen, but he just growls. But he just kind of mutters a bit. He shouldn't have. That shouldn't have happened to him. His murderer shouldn't even be alive right now.
We will be dealing with. Trust me, I will be more than dealing with that snake later.
And I'd like to mention to the dude that
Sintra actually mutters under her breath, "After the shit that he put us through, I think the last thing I want to give him is the peace of death."
But I'd like to tell the dude, by the way, despite being a ghost at a funeral, which I know is an ironic circumstance, I hope I'm not seeming too cavalier about what happened to, a little, if I can tell you a little secret, my partners here don't know. Brian is also part of
I'm sorry.
You're cutting out a lot, dude.
Yeah, you are.
I was whispering to the dude that not eating, not sleeping, not drinking, and not crying are all on the list of what it's like to be whatever this is. So, just let it be known a lot is felt at this funeral, even if I can't show it.
Okay. He appreciates it. Thank you.
I'm just giving him a pat on the back, just a connection over the loss of somebody that was cared about and all that.
Well, time marches onward, and time to begin the day anew.
I like that attitude, friend.
I'm actually very curious about something. I want to ask you a question, guy.
Yes.
Does Utrecht look different when I look at him with true sight?
Brilliant question,
when you're looking at him true sight, I would say he just looks more solid, I guess. He still has that same color. He normally has that greenish-bluish color, but right now, normally he is a bit transparent. Like, just a bit. Right now, he looks completely, solid.
Okay.
I also like the idea of
because I can see his etherealness, too.
I like the idea of most of my lower body is a little bit of wispiness.
Ooh, that means maybe I can see his legs now.
You can see my feet.
And you notice that he is missing one toe on his left foot.
Yes.
And that is it.
I also like the fact that we can straight up flip off Sintra behind Uthreg's back, and she won't see it. And she's the only one who won't see it.
Well, you don't know that because you wouldn't be able to see through the eyes of Mistra. But anyway.
Oh, I know, like, just out of character.
You could technically do that, yeah.
I like the idea of Uther being pissed off that people are doing are motioning at people through him.
Does Uther wear boots?
No, he's barefoot. He's a barefoot monk.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just dangly orc feet and one non-toe.
So, yeah, well, so on the way out, Sintra is kind of like, Uther, you don't wear shoes.
I can't put on shoes, and I wasn't wearing them when I died.
Oh, that's fair enough. Why are you missing a toe?
That is probably the longest story in my entire life. I will tell you.
Kind of a walk back. He's gonna walk back on Fred.
Yes, it takes the entire. Actually, no. It takes the entire several day walk back to go over this epic adventure of how Unfreg lost his ring toe on his left foot.
It was some crazy.
Wait! I got it. Wait.
Coming of age story.
And so, so as they're walking towards Kantor, all Sintra can say is, "Oh, so that's why you love Gopher so much."
Exactly. I tell you, despite losing the toe, it was one of the most influential experiences about valuing life on this planet and domesticating parts of people move on.
I fucking love this show.
I think right. Just for the hell of in character, out of character synchronization, Riordan has been half paying attention to this whole thing, and so hearing that exchange is just
snaps him out of his reverie for a moment.
I just gotta say,
not call it reverie.
I just gotta say, right now, I have a whole new appreciation for gophers and beavers now.
Honestly,
context is most certainly a thing.
Please tell me we're spacing out during that.
That is all that Riordan can
Amber's
say.
like, Unfreg, you've got to be the most adventurous orc I've ever met.
Appreciate that happening very much. It makes all of this stuff better. As they already are.
Yeah, and you are now home in Kantor.
I can't believe I talked that entire thing. That probably kept some of you awake and I talked by the campsite. But either way, I told the story and now we're back.
I gave myself a greater restoration on the way home. I didn't sleep a wink. No, seriously, if you don't sleep, you suffer from a level of exhaustion, but greater restoration takes away a level of exhaustion. So I just
kind of
sleep
brilliant. Nice play.
Yeah. Anyway, so Amber puts her sword in, drawbridge extends. It's like, so who wants to report to Lady Hilda Freya?
Well, I guess I might as well, since I'm the one with the artifact.
I can't believe you didn't emphasize the I in that sentence.
Never!
What did I do?
Right. Wait, was that in character? Or?
Yes, that was in character.
Riordan just, it's like, there's the outburst from Sintra, and it takes him a second, and it's like,
if I had the organs, they would be aching at how bad that was.
If I had the organs.
Sintra,
I should probably go with you anyway, Sintra, because Hilda Freya needs to know about charm and everything that went on with that.
That's fair enough. Just please stay away from me after that, she says as she starts screaming inaudibly.
And Storm just pats her on the back. There.
If you pat too hard, the actual scream will come out.
Well, you too, Storm. Just let me die a little inside.
So Nipper and Sintra go to report, and she's kind of set up another round. And for this one, I'll say it's a bit of a fast forward. She has made tea for the two of you. She's sitting in her throne, two of you sitting in well-ornate made chairs. It's like, well, as long as you're safe in the end, but I will have to be honest with you, Nipper. The Raven Queen is a unique figure amongst the deities, I would advise you be cautious.
Believe me. I don't understand that.
Sintra speaks up and says, she's not, if you think about it, she's not, okay, well, yeah, she is unique, but, she became the queen of the Shadowfell by usurping power. Like, when is that not a thing with deities, you know?
Yes. And especially since she was once mortal herself.
Yeah, didn't she used to, rule something, some other plane of existence before the Shadowfell?
No, she was mortal, and she, through rites, rose to godhood and was able to take control over the cycle of death and became ruler of the Shadowfell.
Yeah.
Nipper does not vocalize this. Nipper does not.
Lots and lots of birds.
Yeah. Nipper does not vocalize this, but
black birds.
Nipper doesn't vocalize this, but he's sitting here thinking, so that's why she's so basically anal about the cycle of life and death, is because she struggled to reach that level of power. She doesn't want to lose it.
Fun fact, that's the reason why she hates the undead so much.
Yeah.
Again, not vocalized in character, but just
imagine Sintra listening to Lady Freya and Nipper right next to her, sweating, just...
You sweat.
It's more of the beautiful mind thing where you see all the numbers flying around his head.
The weight of just how bad this might be. Anyway.
And his pupils shrink a little as he reaches the conclusion.
Alright. It's well, congratulations. Well, but still, congratulations are in order for obtaining the Eyes of Mystra and being their wielder.
She looks to Hilda Freya and smirks and then snaps the band on the goggles, saying, "Yeah, they're pretty snazzy, huh?"
If you believe so.
I don't.
Yes, but
I do. But they are handy regardless. I can see Uthrake's legs now.
Achievement of the century.
Yep, clearly.
I like Hilda Freya being like, that sounds like a useful bit of foresight.
This will keep you from getting kicked in the future. Good job.
Well, you've all earned a few days' rest. I suggest you use them wisely.
Yes, rest. Speaking of rest. Oh, Krystal!
And here we come to the fun part, the new items in Krystal's shop as you all see her, as you all enter. I'm going to say, would you all enter her shop? I'll say it's just the 5 of you this time.
Sounds appropriate.
So yeah, I added a few new items.
I'm checking my gold list because I don't remember what all I have. Okay, yeah, that's about right.
Ryerday actually heads up to the counter, opens his wallet, and he looks at it for a moment and it's like, wait a minute, that's not right. And then he goes, mental processing for a moment, and he just has the "I'm 10,000% done" expression, and then he plunks down 500 gold and says, if I remember right, this is more or less what we skipped out on the Dead Ringer last time, right?
Thank you for remembering.
Oh, hey, wow, good. Oh, I'm glad someone remembered. I'm sorry. That totally slipped my mind.
I got the memory of a potato with that's hooked up to a car battery.
So you're paying good. So go ahead and subtract that 500 from your thing, Ryder.
Yeah.
Okay, and who wants to go shopping for these fun items?
I know when I was first. I got a question.
Okay.
First.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much would it cost to upgrade the Ring of the Grammarian?
You have it set to 2 letters, correct?
Yes.
Let me see where.
Yeah, add a third letter to the Grammarian ring now.
Because I'm looking at the Joy Buzzer bracelet, but I don't want to get that if I can't do that and also upgrade Grammarian.
The Ring of the Grammarian will be 700 gold to make it 3 letters. Go ahead, the Joy Buzzer bracelet is another one of my creations, and I'm very
happy. Holy fucking shit, I can do both. That's sweet. Alright. Hell yeah.
Go ahead and read off the Joy Buzzer bracelet, Nipper.
Happily. A golden bracelet with the symbol of the god of trickery. When charged in making contact with someone, it releases the spell Lightning Bolt. The greater the power, the longer it takes to recharge. If you do it as a 3rd level slot, it takes 1 day. 4th level 2 days. 5th level 3 days.
Yeah, and essentially, and so the way this works is essentially it's a contact lightning bolt spell, meaning you lose the range effect of it, but they will have disadvantage on their dexterity check to avoid the damage.
Wow, you basically put Shocking Grasp on steroids.
Yeah, so the best part about this, for me, is that I can straight up use this as a proper Joy Buzzer still.
Yeah, that's the point of it.
So, all I have to do is just, actually take someone's hand, and then they can't escape.
Okay.
I mean, unless you want to, make it, a strength save for instead for if I'm handshaking someone? I don't know. That's up to you.
No, it would still just be a dexterity check with disadvantage.
Alright,
I got it.
Yeah, that is 100% meant for Nipper.
Yeah.
I made this item a while ago. It's a very fun item that I love. That is a Kai original.
Okay.
It's very good.
I do have a question for you.
Yes.
How much would it cost to upgrade my shock generator one more time?
How much does it do right now?
It currently does a level 3 Shocking Grasp. So it could go one more level to the level 4 Shocking Grasp.
I'll say 750 for that one.
Shit, really? Well, I'll plug that down. Hang on, wait. Before I do that, I better check to see if there's anything else I can grab to do. Oh, what? I actually do have a question for Krystal. Okay, so Sintra walks up to Krystal and says, I got a question for you. I was wondering if you could take a look at something and make it maybe actually useful for us.
What's that?
She hands her the wand of detect thoughts.
And she looks at it, you see her cast identify on it, and she's like, ha ha ha! Oh, what idiot sold you? Who sold you this, and how did you fall for it?
Well, a desert, actually.
Oh.
I wonder who sold it to the person whose house was in the Emerald Wastes. But anyway.
Yeah. So,
I just thought about what that could mean. Oh, sure.
Yeah, so we kind of found that in the Emerald Waste along with the orb you wanted.
Okay. So you want me to try and make this actually an actual wand of detect thoughts?
I mean, if it's not too much to ask, yeah.
Pretty please offers $5 foot long 2DM.
God.
gears are turning.
I'll get kind of a basic divination. And she's kind of muttering to herself really quickly while looking over. It's like, 100 gold?
That's it?
I mean, yeah, most of the stuff is already here. I just have to tweak it a bit. Detect Thoughts is not that high of a level spell.
I mean, that's fair enough. All right, here you go, 100 gold.
All right.
Oh, and she also takes the shock generator off of her gloves, and she gives it to her. You think you can upgrade this as well?
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, how much for that?
It's
$750.
It's codifying in character.
Yeah, that'll be 750 gold.
Oh, nice. All right, she plugs that down as well.
All right, that's one order. Anything else you guys have your eyes on?
I know what I'm getting. The Jewel of Psychic Smite.
That's really good.
This is another creation of mine. Would you like to read it off?
Definitely. When forged onto a melee weapon, once a day, that weapon can perform Staggering Smite for 1 minute once a day. The next time you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack during the spell's duration, your weapon pierces both body and mind, and the attack deals an extra 46 psychic damage to the target. The target must make a Wisdom saving throw of DC 13. On a failed save, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks, and can't take reactions until the end of its next turn.
That is 1,000 gold for that.
Okay, hang on a second. All right. So let me get this straight. He would be allowed to have not only the Soul Stone, but this jewel in his hammer.
That is correct.
Regular, bludgeoning, radiate, necrotic, and psychic.
Yeah.
Stormatrig's up. Actually, I'm going to say Chris also notices like, whoa, Stormatrig, what happened to you?
Warhammer's got more drip than a car in Fast and Furious.
No,
what do you mean?
You really, dude, you look totally beefed up all of a sudden. Like, I know you guys have been getting stronger, but you look abnormally so.
About that.
Let's do the car. I'll just say, he'll just kind of shrug. Guess the cards were right.
Oh, hardy, har. I should probably show you this, shouldn't I?
Show me what.
Probably should.
Yeah. You know what?
Nipper pulls out the box with the deck of many things in it. I've been trying to destroy this for a week.
She was drinking something. She does like a huge spit take and coughs like, what the hell are you doing with that thing?
Don't ask.
And she grabs it from you. Are you all insane?
I was about to ask this. I don't know.
Is that a question?
Okay, honestly, we didn't know what that was until Stormatrig drew 3 cards from the deck.
Her eyes are saucers. Like, you're lucky you're alive.
Yes.
Technically 4 cards because the first one maybe draw another one.
Oh God.
That's right.
Yeah, he drew the Fool card.
You are extremely lucky, Stormatrig. You have no idea what these things could have done to you.
I feel like lucky to be alive would apply to just about any of us, but especially to him.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm sorry, what were the cards that you drew again?
The Fool, I think the Sun?
Yes, the Sun, the Star, the Fool, and then you got the Vizier card from the Fool.
Yeah.
Where do we check those?
Don't worry too much about it. Remember that, like, Briarday writes all this shit down.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't write that down.
Oh, you might want to fix that then.
Okay,
so,
almost all of this shit.
Well, you're lucky.
Yeah.
Krystal?
Yes.
Would you mind helping me destroy these?
They can't be destroyed, but I can promise you this: this will be locked up tight. And she puts it in her pocket. Trust me, I will be perfectly fine handling these things.
You said that we got those off of
Okay, I don't.
You speak as if you handled them before.
No, but I've been around, and I'm fully capable of and I am fully knowledgeable of what these things can do. Stormtrooper, you have no idea what you are. You could have had your soul plucked from your body. You could have been hunted by a demon. You could have been swapped to be. Your entire mind could have been broken to make you become evil.
Come early and come after you.
Also,
yes.
Real quick, I don't have the individual effects of, like, what caused what written down, but I do have the basic summary of what happened, and I'm posting that now.
Anyway. Who else is buying what?
I would like to put forward a purchase for the item known as Phantom Fist.
I knew you were getting that.
Yes, this is an item from the Adventure Zone. This gauntlet gives the user +1 to unarmed attacks, and if the target fails a con save of DC 15, it pushes them back 2d4 feet.
Oh, nice.
That's a real wapa. Now, granted, this would be the third gauntlet in my possessions, which means unless I have 3 arms, I'm gonna have to keep one or two around my belt at all times.
Okay, so thing in terms of grid, would if I rolled a 2, would that mean they're pushed back 10 feet?
What?
I'm sorry. So when you're playing with miniatures, on the grid, one square is 5 feet. You know what I mean? So,
right. Yeah. Okay.
So if I rolled a 2, that would mean they would be pushed back 2 squares, which is 10 feet.
I think it's just 2 feet.
Yeah, no, it'd just be pushed back 2 feet. But honestly, that you don't want to underestimate that 2 feet.
Yeah. I mean, that's enough to send something out of a train window and down a tunnel.
Oh yeah, totally. Anyway.
And in any sort of fight situation, getting distance and then closing set distance over and over again is how you tire out an opponent and give them a little bop on the dome piece, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, be sure to at least try to get them 5 feet away, because as long as you're within 5 feet, they can attack of opportunity you.
Very good point. Very good point.
I'm just sitting here imagining Unthreg just doing a war behind somebody.
I mean, hey, flurry of
okay,
blows.
Unthreg, go ahead and mark 600 gold off of your sheet then.
Yeah. I actually have no gold right now, so that's fun.
Let me take a quick look through.
Also, if I could ask Krystal, are you selling any more of those flashbangs? Because I got an itch.
Always.
There's more lights exploding in my eyes. If I could have 2, just dandy.
Oh gosh, I just realized, what would that look like with these goggles on?
Oh, you will go blind 4 times over.
Yeah, probably.
No, I'm actually now the wheels in her head are turning. Would that amplify the flash, or would I just see right through it? I gotta know.
You know what you could do? Just challenge Unthreg to throw flashbangs at you.
I can do that outside of this.
But yeah, the flashbangs are 40. Each flashbang is 40 gold. So.
Right. In which case, I will take 5.
Alrighty.
Just keep it on 0.
Hey, I just realized something, Zach. I don't think you have a single item from Krystal that you can upgrade.
I believe you may be right about that.
Kyle, feel free to confirm, but
actually,
I'm pretty sure that's right.
I think the wings can be upgraded, right?
Let me see. They can be upgraded once for a bit more movement.
Oh. How much would that be? How much would it cost, and how much would the movement be?
An extra, have a total of 60 feet of movement for another 450 gold.
Fuck it, yeah,
that'd be worth it.
Yeah, I'm slamming down an extra 450 gold for that.
Alright. Awesome. Anyone else getting anything?
Before we move on, there's one thing in character to be entirely clear.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell Krystal, wait a minute. There's something else I forgot to purchase.
What's up?
I'm going to slide my hands out and lean into this one.
Okay.
It's real secret.
Okay. What's up? I'm sorry?
Leaning in, real close. Suddenly, Unthreg picks her up, gives her a hug, swings her back and forth a couple times, and puts her back right where she was behind the counter and says, there it is. That's what I did. She had a hug really quick. I hope those come free. Let me know if there's any charge.
Those are free. Thanks, Unthreg.
And Unthreg is out. Is down the hall.
Actually, before you go, hold on. Actually, says before you go, anyone else doing any shopping?
Aside from the deployable wing upgrade, I'm good.
Yeah, I don't think anyone else has like enough money on their own to do anything.
Okay.
And honestly, like, does anyone else have anything they'd be remotely interested in?
Maybe I could. Maybe I don't know. No, I seem to be okay. I mean, I might have asked as if Krystal wanted to look at the cloak of the gargoyle, see if she can add charges to it or something.
The only thing I can think that would be purchasable for any of us would be the Glutton's Fork. So like,
I would get that, but I'm a little short. But I've got the jewel anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want me to describe that? Just because I've...
Yeah, again, the Glutton's Fork is an Adventure Zone item, and it's a very fun one. Go ahead.
This golden fork has 3 charges and regains all charges daily at dawn. You can use an action to expend 1 charge to target a non-magical object within 5 feet that weighs no more than 1 pound. The object is magically transformed into food and can be consumed as a bonus action to regain 1d6 hit points.
That sounds a little underwhelming when you say 1d6, but on the other hand, I'm pretty sure that's at least 1 hit point could make all the difference in a fight.
Yeah.
But I could just picture like the fork just transforming an object, making it still looks like the same object, but now it's like one of those mimic cakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they actually used it in the Adventure Zone to eat a MacGuffin.
It was amazing.
It was so good.
Oh my god. Honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna get into Adventure Zone anytime soon, but that does give me incentive. Like, that sounds based.
Anyway, so what I wanted to say next was this. So I know usually we get to leveling up at the end, but I wanted to... this isn't a true leveling up, I just wanted to let you know this. So, good news and bad news. The good news is I calculated all the XP you got. You guys killed a fuck ton of things, got a huge, good chunk of experience. You got quite a bit.
It's not a level up.
Not enough to level up. It was very close.
Fucking knew it!
Like, when I mean very close, I mean, let's see, let me just double check. Let's see, Gina was, yeah, you were about 3,000 experience off from leveling up, because that's the thing, you guys are level 9, except for Stormatrick, who's actually, Stormatrick would be the only one who can level up.
Fuck hell.
What? That's disgusting.
The amount of the amount of experience you got during this was 11,390.
Oh, fucking rip.
But before we do anything leveling up, I'm going to give you a chance to level up.
Oh boy.
So this is just a bit of a story. This is just a bit of a story beat. Before you leave the shop, Krystal's like, "Oh, I almost forgot to tell you guys. Wait here." And she goes into the back.
Ryder just kind of looks at the others uncertainly, like...
She wheels something out covered in a cloak, presenting the supreme arcane armor. And she pulls the cloak back, and it's this magnificent mithril full plate. Engraved with... It is beautifully shining and glittering, covered in these amazing patterns and runes. And it's kind of on one. It's almost like on a makeshift spinning platform, and in the back you can see the arcane core placed in the center of the back in a protective coating.
Oh my
this
God.
here is my magnum opus, the best suit of armor in all of the realm.
And she's officially fantasizing Storm in it.
No, herself in it.
And as I promised, it is now in the shop for you guys to buy.
Oh my gosh.
That's real shame.
Oh boy.
For the low price of 60,000 gold.
What?
Yeah, that's not exactly going to be affordable anytime soon.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I like it.
You can
No, it's fair. It's fair.
Right.
That's a magnum opus piece.
At that point, Ryder just turns on his heel and says, "Oh well, see y'all later," and he's heading out.
Sintra looks over to Nipper and goes like, "We practically helped build this thing. We can't get ourselves this good."
I mean, I did take that into consideration. 60,000 is the decreased price.
Yeah, I believe that too. Like, an arcane core on its own isn't cheap.
So here's one of a kind, and if I ever wore armor, I would do a whole lot.
Although I will admit, I'm surprised you created it as fast as you did with, like, how quickly you had the materials.
Oh yeah, there's a few nights I had to cast Catnap, but I'm quite satisfied.
You want to
very dedicated.
spin?
What was that? You kind of cut it.
Do you want to give that thing a bit of a test?
Probably not, though. I'm going to wait until this thing. But I should be fair to you guys. If you want to be able to afford this, I have a proposition.
Right, and in reality, Ryarday's just been outside the doorway, like
waiting for everyone else to come out, and then he heard that.
Definitely, it's time to be like, well,
here's the thing.
Not actually leaving.
Yeah.
I've been bored.
Bored?
Well, I haven't. Well, the problem is being a shopkeeper. It's just I haven't had any real fun since I helped you guys kill Violet's mom.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, a shopkeeper in a dead kingdom, no less.
Exactly. I mean, granted,
shops, right? You tend other shops, though. Like,
no, because since I was commissioned to help with this, I mean, granted, the end result is fantastic, and you guys have gotten me a surprisingly good amount of business and good practice. But it's just, I find myself kind of missing my adventuring days.
Aw, you're nostalgic.
You do seem like the type of.
And I was wondering, I would be and I thought I'd give you guys a fair chance to decrease the price of the armor again.
That involves.
She smirks. A 5v1.
Oh,
wait, what?
Dare I ask who the one?
Something tells me that this isn't going to be a fair fight. And
No, it'd be a fair fight. It'd be the 5 of you against me, and if you manage to win, I will decrease the price of the armor again.
Speaking of it being a fair
another
fight, I wasn't
10,000
saying
gold
it would
pieces.
be in our favor.
Okay. Why do I have a feeling that this is
So we know better. You wouldn't
gotcha.
be actually challenging us if you didn't have immense confidence in your abilities here.
Well,
I mean, I do.
That's more or less what Ryarday is saying. Yeah, it's like, the whole, I have a feeling this won't be a fair fight, and I'm not saying it would be in our favor.
Yeah, but essentially out of character. What I'm saying is, I'm giving you a chance. If you participate in this Krystal boss fight, that will be enough experience to level the rest of you guys up.
You know what?
Why do
Fuck it.
why do
I want to see what the hell we're capable of as a team now that we're all kidded
God,
about.
God damn it! This is obviously an optional boss fight. Why do I have a feeling this is going to be on par with a Bahamut fight in Final Fantasy?
At this point, we've had the chance to long rest. Correct?
Yeah, no. I wanted to do a couple scenes before this boss fight anyway. So it's just that she will allow you to rest for the night. She will also rest for the night, and essentially you will meet up for this duel tomorrow afternoon.
Right.
But I want to do 2 scenes. Sintra, the first scene I want to do is Sintra. I believe you have a coin and you were wanting to talk to someone.
Oh, dear.
Do you still want to do that?
Oh, man. Who did I want to talk to again?
I'm guessing since there's a coin.
Who's the coin for?
Right. That's right.
Do you still want to do that?
It's... Gosh. It feels like it wouldn't be fair to the others.
It depends on how...
I think if you wanted it to seem fair, like if you really wanted it to seem fair, Sparky, what you could do is we could say that this already happened, and then you just take that level up in Warlock after this fight.
No, that's kind of the idea. It depends on how this goes, though.
Yeah.
If you want to go through, we'll do it in scene whenever it happens, okay? But if it depends if you want to go through with it. If you want to toss the coin.
She's okay. Tell me again what would happen if I made the pact with Malachi.
Well, the problem is that was that was a deal made in a crisis in his own life. So right now it would be different. Right now you don't know what he would say.
But if the pact was made, it would be the living shadow patron that you made, right?
Yes.
Cool. That's actually pretty cool. I got a preview of that in a server, so I do like how the pact works.
Actually, I made some tweaks to it that make it a bit more balanced and actually a bit cooler. But
okay.
Anyway,
okay. So she is eyeing the coin, and she looks outside, and she's thinking to herself, and she's just thinking to herself alone with her thoughts. Gosh, after everything that's happened, the eyes of Vistra, Staff of the Magi, and Lilith. Would I be? And then the deck of many things with Stormer Trick making them. She just kind of enters a fuck it moment and just tosses the coin.
All right. Once again, as before, you toss the coin, and you're alone in your room right now, correct? That's what you said?
Yeah, pretty much,
okay.
Yeah.
I'll say the sun is starting to touch the horizon, causing a bit of a brighter gray in the sky, and the room goes dark, and you hear, ha ha, well, and then the figure appears and sure enough, Malachi rises, and it's like, he looks around and is like, Miss Carr, I'd say this is a bit of a different circumstance. Quite soon.
Okay.
Here, let me get a bit more comfortable. He snaps his fingers. The room isn't as dark anymore, and he looks more like a human again, like when you first saw him as the Ringmaster.
Yeah, nice. I'm still picturing Dr. Facilier, honestly.
Fair enough.
That visual, I'm sorry.
I know this is a bit of a different circumstance than the last time we called you.
Very much so.
I wanted to speak to you.
You're not going to ask me to try to kill God again, are you?
Again?
You asked to kill you asked to kill Shar when you were in the circus.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. All right. No. That's I learned my lesson from last time. No, I actually wanted to ask you a slightly more, maybe less personal question.
That be.
A lot has happened, and I had a lot, and there's a lot to think about, and my mind is racing between a million different thoughts and emotions, and quite honestly, I don't know what to do anymore, and I feel like I'm getting trapped in my own mind, and this power that runs through me, it feels like it wants to just lash out and destroy everything around me. I feel like I might need to temper it a bit. So I summon you with a question.
He leans forward. Go on.
Is that pack still on the table?
My. He leans back again, puts his hand on his chin, like, well, I gotta say, this is quite the turnaround, considering what your little group had first thought of it when I first offered it. Now, but from what I understood, the agreement was I gave the coins because the pact was something that wasn't wanted. So, why now?
Because after everything that's happened, I've seen what these people with the Warbane are capable of, and I'm starting to get scared, not only for myself because of what I might do to my friends if I lose control again, but also to what I'm scared the Warbane might not be enough.
Make a charisma check.
What's that plus what?
Plus charisma.
Okay, so just straight. Okay, that's 4. That's a 15.
He's looking. He's like, very well. But
What?
just be understood, there are stipulations that come with this.
I've heard of how pacts work. What are the conditions that must be met?
Well, you see, I still, in order to give you my magic, it would consume energy from me, which means I will require nourishment. Essentially, those you kill will have their souls sent to me.
So, those that we kill, I can't help but notice that we don't. She kind of spits a little bit of. Excuse me. She says the next words with a hint of venom and honestly a little bit of resentment when she says that. I've noticed we don't exactly kill very often, even when they deserve to die.
Yes.
Starting to, not exactly sure what they will think.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just every now and then, we'll say every period or so, at least 3 souls. So essentially, like every mini arc we have, you'll have to offer up at least 3 souls to Malachi, otherwise you'll be cut off from your warlock magic and abilities.
Until the conditions are met again or something?
Yes.
Okay. She looks out the door. She looks outside of her room to where the party would be, and she says, I think I can manage that.
Alright. And he once again sticks his hand out, and it ignites in flames like it did back in the circus.
So we'll have a deal then?
Do we have an accord?
She lowers her eyes to the hand, and with only a slight bit of hesitation, this time she does take the hand.
He stands up as he's holding hands, like, very well. But, this might be a bit painful. And he grips your hand a bit tighter, and the flames travel a bit up your arm. And he starts speaking in that eldritch garble that you once heard and were unable to understand. And you fall to your knee. You fall to one knee as he keeps holding on, and you feel this burning sensation throughout this entire body. I'm sorry, but those sound very sexual. I'm sorry.
The live character.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Like, thank you for the Foley work, but that sounded a little. Anyway. And as your mind is racing, you feel your eyes starting to cloud over a bit, and this burning sensation travels through your body, and suddenly that garble you hear Malachi speak, you start to understand him, and you catch him in a sense, and thus the fates have now bound us. We have become like a coin. It's both sides of one pot, till death. And then he lets go of you, and you finally manage to catch your breath and put one hand on the ground. It's like, there you have it. So essentially, next time you level up, you will have the option to take one level in Warlock with the Living Shadow Pact.
Right.
You'll have a lovely night. And he vanishes. And the second scene I would like to do, Nipper.
Oh boy.
That night.
Also, somebody's mic is buzzing.
That's
is that
Kyle.
It's Kai.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can edit that out in the thing. I'm sorry. It's stupid microphone. I need to get a new one. But that night, Nipper. The sun has just gone down. The sky is starting to grow dark. You're in your bedroom, and you are shocked when you hear a sound. You thought it catches you so off guard because it should be impossible, but you hear outside your window.
Sorry, is that?
Yeah.
That was a caw.
And it jumps you because there have not been any animals or anything in Kantor yet. You jump in surprise and see a large raven outside your closed window.
Oh god! The window.
Oh, fun!
Nipper opens the window because that is what he ought to do in this scenario.
Them very intimidating, angry-looking ravens from
you open the window, the raven flies over your head, lands on your bed, and stares at you.
Oh.
Hello.
The raven does not respond. What do you do?
Lucky me, I'm a druid.
Full barbarian strats, eat it.
Speak with animals, damn it!
Yes, that's what I'm trying to do. I guess this would technically, would this still fall under Speak with Small Beasts, though?
I'll allow that for Speak with Small Beasts, since it's a raven.
Yeah. Alright. So, I guess I'm trying to convey, do you have a message?
The raven does not respond. It seems to be waiting for you to do something. The raven is about, I'll say, 10 feet in front of you, sitting on just kind of standing on your bed.
I think... Okay, so one of the most like-me things Nipper would do in this scenario is just, crouch down, he doesn't need to, kneel down, because he's not that tall, but, get eye level with it, but far enough away that he's not going to get his eyes pecked out.
Hey, fair enough.
So
So you're how far? Just You're like what, on one knee or?
I think he just like one knee if he needs to get eye level with this thing, but I think he just like bends his knees slightly and just like stares eye to eye with this raven, trying to figure out what's going on.
After a few moments, it gets off the bed and kind of like it flutters a bit, kind of like flapping its wings for the landing, and is on the ground and is about 5 feet away from you now.
Hand out towards it, like palm open.
As you start moving your hand forward, it moves very quickly and pecks the back of your hand, and you feel that sharp pain as it does peck you.
Oh.
It pecks the back. It kind of pecks like just the center of your left hand. Or are you right-handed? What's your dominant hand?
I think right hand would be Nipper's dominant hand.
So the back of your right hand, it just pecks it, and as you recoil from that, it flies out the window. And you're just and you're now just bleeding from the back of your hand.
I'm gonna do a medicine check because I'm good at that, if memory serves.
Okay. So go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I'm actually really good at medicine checks. I've got a +8 to that.
Oh yeah.
Oh damn.
So yeah, that's a total of 17.
Okay, so this is what happens. You're like, and you realize you don't have to waste magic on this. You grab bandages, try to wrap it up. It doesn't stop bleeding.
I want to do an Arcana check as well, just to be sure.
You realize this is some weird magical wound. It's not getting bigger, but there's just one small dot, and it doesn't seem to... It's not like bleeding heavily. It's not going to kill you, but this wound is not closing over.
As long as my hand's wrapped, I should be okay.
Yeah. And then... That night, when you go to sleep, you have a dream. You find yourself in an endless void, standing in an endless void. Your feet, endless blackness for miles, and you seem to have footing on something. You start to walk forward. Still nothing. You start running forward. Still nothing. And just as you're getting out of breath, you notice there's almost this web around you. Almost like pillars of ice forming a web. It's not organized like a spider web. It's sporadic lines. You can just see webs. You can see these shining pillars of ice going in different directions, diagonal, and it's kind of webbing all around you. It's not to the touch, but you can see it in direction, and it's very sporadic. And you're just looking around at this icy area you're now in.
What did you say?
What?
Is this what the Shadowfall's like?
Fell, but
Shadowfell, right?
The thing is, you're still walking on nothing, and you're just walking through, and just these webs of ice are still, these strings of ice are still everywhere around you. And just look around, and as you're walking, you start falling. Like, you expect there to be a step, but for whatever reason, your foot falls, and you just start plummeting. And these icy webs are just flying past you. And you're just tumbling forward, and suddenly you stop.
Bad trip! Having a bad trip!
Yeah.
And then you stop. You find yourself almost laying down, unable to move, and there is now a lot more of these icy strings strung up around you. And then you hear a voice. A feminine voice, quiet, but echoing from almost everywhere. And you can't move. Your face is just looking forward. But out of the corner of your eye, you can see the outline of this large black figure. The hair long running past down its face. And its face is wearing a porcelain mask with black eyes, and they are staring directly at you. And this figure, It doesn't walk, it kind of glides over a bit. It's about, I would say, 25 feet to your right, and it's kind of towering over you, looking down.
Can I move my mouth at all?
Yes.
I must express, your ladyship, that this is not how I would have expected a summons.
Most shouldn't expect anything. I didn't expect you to want to hear from me. And she, almost immediately, she now appears on your left and is now a bit closer, but a bit more forward. So tell me.
Mm-hmm.
Why should I let go? You want to make it up. But how? And what do you think you could possibly do?
I feel like it's not my place to know that. And that hurts to say.
And once again, this large porcelain face. The mask itself is about the size, just like the overall size of it is the size of your entire body. And and the face itself is now floating about 10 feet above you as it looks down. It's like, that is a wise answer. Tell me, do you know what I do?
Does anyone?
I'm wanting to play out.
Do you know what I do, and do you know what is your greatest crime?
You follow the cycle of life and death, and I turned one of your own against that.
Suddenly, the face is close, more a bit to your right, but is only about a foot away. Wrong! And it's not really a language, just wrong. And this wrong echoes out for a while.
I had a feeling.
That is your greatest insult to me. Your greatest crime was committed long ago.
It was the Warbades, wasn't it?
No.
No?
This was what you did long ago in that hometown of yours.
Oh. This is news.
And now the figure you can look. I said you were laying down. You can look. You move your eyes south, and the figure is a bit in front of you. And she moves her hand, and you are now standing up, and she's about 30 feet in front of you.
You are the Raven Queen, aren't you?
Yes. Actually, she just gives a nod. Actually.
That's much more in character.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
And I think Nipper just kind of sits there and thinks about it. Because he's not sure.
You deny the concept of destiny. Though I don't necessarily blame you. Tell me. And you don't see her, but you can feel this presence behind you, almost whispering in your ear. What is the one true destiny of everything?
That there's a finality. That it ends. But that's...
Precise.
It's not the problem, your ladyship. It's the minutiae in between.
And once again, the figure appears in front of you.
Correct. Again, you were taught that everything has a roadmap. And because of that, you rejected the concept, whether you're aware of it or not. You rejected destiny itself out of hatred of your home.
I guess, to some extent, that's less true than it was then.
The one true destiny, as you said it, is death. But I give life meaning. Tell me, what would you do if you were told you would never die?
I'd probably be stuck ever-changing as the world around me goes about itself. It'd be torture, honestly.
And that is what I'm here for, too. Promote destiny, the true destiny, the finality, the
acceptance of change.
And she nods.
quite wise for someone quite small and quite foolish.
And once again, and she now comes closer to your face.
And that is why I detest such arts as the necromancy performed on one who worships me.
Again, I apologize for now both of my crimes against you, your ladyship. I don't know what I can do to make that right if I'm able to. But I feel like I should. And Nipper averts his eyes from where he's perceiving her.
You see a hand extend out, and a single finger kind of traces your left cheek and goes under your chin, and she makes you look at her.
He is now shuddering. This is not what he would have expected. It's like this seems like more closeness than she shows most people, and that's either a really good sign or a really bad sign, and he's not sure which.
Nipper's usual levity is just fucking out the window.
Okay, Hilda Frey is at least relatively easy to understand and has a comforting vibe to her. The Raven Queen doesn't have that.
She go maze ya. She go maze ya. She just go boop you and throw you in the maze.
Yeah, really.
Take these lessons to heart. Use them wisely.
And then you wake up.
Don't.
Your eyes just bolt open, and you immediately sit up in your bed, and you can feel the cold sweat on you. And you can still feel her presence.
Who says he hasn't?
I get the last word.
Who says he hasn't just rolled off his bed and taken the covers with him?
That's also in character for Nipper, because this is the same motherfucker who accidentally rolled out of a tree and also slept through a murder.
And Nipper. And Nipper.
Yeah.
Your hand
is still bleeding.
No.
Oh.
You pull the bandages off, and where that was is now just a small black dot on your skin.
That is the weirdest mole I've ever seen.
Less of a dot. It's more like a circle. It's just a circle. It's about
a joke.
Yeah.
It's a joke. Yeah, that's a good call, actually.
I had honestly been expecting that a sigil to just be there.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I didn't want to say it on the stream. Well,
so here's what I was originally thinking. I thought the Raven was supposed to be like following me to make sure I didn't do anything wrong. So like, you caught me off guard.
I mean, Kai can cut what I said out. So
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that was your first encounter with the Raven Queen.
Oh,
first?
Yeah.
Well then.
This is actually an interesting concept.
So
fun.
So as she said, take the lessons to heart in whatever way you choose. There's like one main way. I don't know if I want to say it though.
I say multi-class into a death cleric.
Considering that actually, but here's the other thing. There's no way to change like your learning as a subclass, so I wouldn't be able to revoke spores in favor of something else. That's the only other thing I would think of immediately. So,
well, it's not the spores that she had a problem with. Granted, they do have that bit of necromantic energy. It's just that
the actual like summoning of the undead, and yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah. But anyway, it's battle day.
Yay!
By the way, I just want to know, how well did you think I did that? That was my first time trying. I'm happy.
That was
creepy.
That was damn good.
Thank
okay.
you.
Out of character, that was great.
Thank you. I was trying to be as creepy as possible.